We had a lot of surface sealing that was happening in the soil where the cyanobacteria will actually form a protective layer, which happens after a good amount of erosion has occurred, and so it's kind of protecting what it has left, and that happens when there isn't enough ground cover, and so we did have patchiness.
What I would like to inject into regenerative agriculture more is the discussion of breaking up what is preventing water infiltration, effective water infiltration at a rain event. We use a lot of the same language, but then I started going into, okay, well, why? Why is the water sheeting off during a rain event and not going in? And it's because of, tip over this threshold where you have really depleted the seed bank of a lot of the larger, more apex grass species, and all you have are kind of dispersed early successional plants that don't really hold a lot of the soil in. You've got really shallow root systems. That's when it starts to trend off, and it's very hard to recover, and those were the conditions here. And we're incredibly proud of how well it's recovered. Everything that might have just been theory before, it hasn't gone perfectly, but we've learned, and what we have now after 2 years is a lot of the species that would not be here if soil conditions had not been improved. The effects of restoring the soil, then the plants above it, then the primary consumers, and then predators has happened in this field before our eyes over the last 2 years.
Yeah, and a lot of that is the observational and qualitative data that we can walk around and see here. But what we're super excited about is the work with Soil for Water, that we can actually go underground. We have 4 different transects that are set up so that we can obtain quantitative data on the actual health of the soil that's happening under our feet. So we're really excited to see those results as they come in. Yeah, so the pigs are what we use as our reset tool, and so they're if we're going to bring in pigs at all, they're always step number 1. So they have their hooves are going to do a really good job at digging in and creating little pockets and channels in the ground. I'm not sure. In the ground, so that water, it's gonna seep into those little pockets and force infiltrate into the ground. Their rooting behavior is incredible, so they're gonna again till. They're basically natural tilling machines. So they're gonna till up your soil for you and break up that surface sealing level that has occurred over continuous overgrazing. And they're going to have a very high nitrogen manure dump. And so those 3 purposes are how we use them in the reset program, and we rotate them onto a plot of land about a ½ acre in size once a week.
Getting into the ground, and so pigs are great at picking apart that cap and allowing little pockets for the water to settle in, and so they're a multifunctional tool in terms of breaking up surface sealing, being a nutrient dump, and promoting forage, and so you can actually start bringing in a maintaining grazer after that.